And I remember
Mm.
Ajit sir kind of predicting that I'll do Hindi when I was doing Tuniva. He said, John, mark my
Really?
words, yeah, he said, mark my words, you're gonna go to Bollywood and Hollywood. There are people who ask me, what about Charpata 2? And I say, you know what? I'm done with Charpata. My journey with Charpata ended with one, and I'm happy about it. What I loved about this role was the fact that I was playing a positive role for a change, and I'm playing an intelligence bureau officer. I'm used to playing the bad guy. So Miller is not the usual South Indian film. Miller is a Hollywood film. If you've seen the teaser,
Mm-hmm.
you would have seen that it is
Of course.
different. Indian audience is going to see Indian mercenaries. We've always been exposed to the concept of mercenaries through Hollywood films like the A Team or Expendables or Rambo, where we see these tough mercenaries. So in this, we're going to see Indian mercenaries, and who better than to create something like this other than Neeraj Pandey?
So let's start at the beginning. How did you get into the freelancer, and what about the show was enticing to you at first? Was it the story, or was it the screenplay, or was it the cast?
Okay, to start with, I got this show because they were casting for this character Raghavendra Setu, and I happened
Mm-hmm.
to be one of the actors, who was pitched for. So there's this
Mm-hmm.
casting director called Shubham Gaur in Mumbai. So he had pitched my
Okay.
name, and
Mm-hmm.
I was connected to Shubham Gaur through an actress called Rukshar Dillian. She's a South
Mm-hmm.
Indian actress. So long back, she had connected me to him, and then Shubham was always in touch with me, and he would keep pitching my name for projects. And in fact, he had pitched me even for special ops. So,
Mm-hmm.
but this one actually materialized, and what I loved about this role was the fact that I was playing a positive role for a change, and I'm playing an intelligence bureau officer. I'm used to playing the bad guy. Me also, I've been playing the bad guy for almost 14 years. So I also want to see a different kind of
Mm.
me also. I also want to do something challenging as an actor. So that's why this role was quite interesting, and I was amazed at the way that the creator director Neeraj Pandey and the director Bhavdulia, they kind of saw Raghavendra Setu in me, and I was quite fascinated by the way
Mm-hmm.
that like I'm being called to do a positive character, and that too in Hindi. I was like, wow, that's interesting, and
Okay.
it's pretty exciting. And I remember
Mm.
Ajit sir kind of predicting that I'll do Hindi when I was doing Tuniva. He said, John, mark my
Really?
words, yeah, he said, mark my words, you're gonna go to Bollywood and Hollywood. I can already see it, and I remember I
Okay.
laughed at
Bollywood
him.
is done. Bollywood is done. Next is it's Hollywood, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. So hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
so your physicality has been a major part of your character so far, right? So, and you're in the freelancer, you're playing an investigation officer. So, take away his physicality and his role. Who is he as a character?
As a character, Raghavendra Setu is a very tough guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a no-nonsense officer. He knows
Mm-hmm.
to get his work done. He knows to smooth talk his way, no matter you know, how tough the person on the other side is. He knows to kind of get his information that he's looking for. And his
Mm-hmm.
superiors trust that if he's put on the job, he's going to come back with a definite answer. He
Mm.
never comes back with a disappointment. He's always the man you call when you need something done. So
Mm-hmm.
somebody who's very result oriented, but he's not exactly like a very harsh guy. Soft spoken, but yet assertive, firm, and a very
Mm.
focused guy, very focused on his job. A
Okay.
South Indian guy.
Okay.
So, if I'm not wrong, the series is based on a book, right?
Correct. Ticket to Syria.
What part of your performance or your characterization was informed by this abundant source material that you have? Is it based, like, how much of your character is based on this book?
I'll be very honest, I didn't read the book. I actually didn't read the book. Uh, I just
Okay.
I kind of prepped for it in my own way. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I watch a lot of contents. I did take references here and there. One of
Mm-hmm.
the top being actor KK in Special Ops. So I try to, emulate people's body language. I copy and I see how they speak, their tone, everything. And I just did a bit of my own homework. And the character demanded somebody who's like who's fit. He's an intelligence bureau officer. He always has to be in shape. He's fit. So because of the way my healthy lifestyle, so that part I was it was a cakewalk for me. The other thing that I had to work on was the way I delivered my lines. I had to underplay. I'm so used to screaming, being the bad guy and making angry faces. Here I'm a very
I guess
soft-spoken guy.
that's I guess that's the positive thing about playing the good guy, right? You don't have to shout too much. You don't have to be aggressive all the time. I guess.
Correct, correct, correct. So that was a challenge for me to to try and say everything in a very soft, without being aggressive, but at the same
Mm,
time getting work done, saying dialogues with a lot of smile and
mm.
empathizing with characters. Those kind of things were very, very new for me as an actor.
Okay, sounds like it was refreshing for you, and right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely refreshing. And also, I'm somebody,
Uh,
I grew up in Mumbai. So,
mm-hmm.
I started my career as a model way back in 2005 as a model. As an actor in 2009, I bagged my Malayalam film. So, in my 14 years as a journey as an actor, I have finally landed a role in Hindi, the city where I grew in. And I'm proud that I'm playing a South Indian character in it. So, and I am a South Indian guy who speaks reasonably good Hindi. So
Okay,
a lot of these factors are very special to me.
okay, okay. So I guess there's a lot of yourself that you could use as a reference to put into you being a South Indian guy yourself. Uh,
Correct.
you grew up in Mumbai.
Correct, correct. So that's why
Okay, okay.
Hindi was I was pretty comfortable speaking Hindi, delivering my dialogues in Hindi. And me being a South Indian guy, the whole look, everything was worked on, the whole beard. And I have wearing glasses like how you have glasses, something similar I have in the series. So a very, very interesting look
Interesting.
also, I must say.
Are there any differences between doing a role for a web series as opposed to doing a role for a film? Because here you get to inhabit the character for a longer period of time, where you sit with the character for a long time, right? So, did you find any differences between acting in a series as opposed to a film?
There is no difference as such. It's just the platform that it's being showcased. I mean, for an actor, it's just a job. You're just going there, you have a role, you perform. It's the same. I mean, actor does the same job, whether it's in web series, whether
Mm,
it's a short film, whether it's a movie. For an actor, it's all the same. The only difference is the platform where it comes on. If it's theater, or if it is YouTube for a short film, or if it is an OTT, you have a web series coming out. But for an actor, it is
okay.
acting at the end of the day, no matter what the platform is.
Mm-mm.
A lot of your characters so far, if you look at Vembuli and Sarpata, for example, have been really tough guys and they're menacing to look at. So, have you ever given thought to the notion that you want to play characters that are different from these type of characters?
Yes, yes, I definitely want to play so many interesting characters. Like I would love to play the role of a politician someday. I would love to play the role of there like this. I would love to play the role of an army officer. I would love to play the
Mm,
role of a police officer.
mm.
I would like to see how I would be in those characters as well, and not just like a corrupt officer or a bad guy. I would also like to play a positive guy. I would like to be an endearing father also. So I don't want to limit myself as a guy who can deliver like only bad guy roles. Somebody who likes to challenge. That was one of my main reasons for taking up this role, because I'm not the conventional guy that I'm being cast as. It was for me it was an unconventional role that ended up in my lap. So I just jumped at it because it sounded really interesting, and
Mm-mm.
a broader audience, because it's in Hindi, so it's going to be showcased. So that's why I don't want to limit myself. I'm always looking for challenges. There are people who ask me, "What about Charpata 2?" And I say, you know what? I'm done with Charpata. My journey with Charpata ended with one, and I'm happy about it. But I don't
So
want
wait,
to
wait.
be.
are we not gonna see Wembley again? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't think I'm
Come
a
on.
part of it. I am not there because I'm done with it, man. Because I don't want my character to be so strong that people don't remember me as John Kokken. I want people to remember John Kokken as an actor who did the role of a Wembuli, who did the role of Krishan Tunivo,
Okay.
who's doing Raghavendra Setu. I want to be somebody who can mask, into any character. I don't want to be limited to just one character, because I've seen a lot of actors who have that character name to their name, and it sticks to them forever. And then after, when you stick that thing, then you're limiting your growth. You're just stuck to that. You're so attached to that particular character. So I don't want to be that. I want to be different. I want to be just John Cocken, just an actor. I will do as many characters as I want.
I mean, I completely understand your point, and I'm with you all the way. But come on, Wembley is such a memorable character, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's done with. It's done with. I lived it. I was happy while I was doing the character.
mm,
But I'm
okay,
done with it. I don't want to be selfish and say I want to do it again.
you
I'd be
made your
more than
peace
happy.
with it.
I made my peace with that character, and I'll be more than happy to see somebody else do something like what I've done or something better than what I've done.
Okay, so coming back to the Freelancer again, I just watched the trailer, and it's such an action-packed trailer, and with a story that takes us across the world. And apart from that, the story itself seems to be entrenched with a lot of ideological viewpoints and politics. And how do you, as an actor, I mean, deal with that? And how much of the ideology that the story has informs your characters? And how does that work?
Well, that is, I am not very well versed to speak about the ideologies that are being shown or anything like that. But for me,
Mm,
it was a character, it was a role.
mhm,
I mean, the book says, I mean, the director has not shown anything new. It's an adaptation of a book.
mm,
So whatever is there in the book is what the audience is going to see it. As far as whatever is there, it is what it is, and me saying it or me not speaking about is not going to change the facts. So let the series come out and the audience will see. But for me per se, my focus was more on the character, more on challenging myself, more on focusing on the role rather than the other things.
okay, okay. So you know well enough to like separate yourself from the rest of the story, and like you focus on your own character, right? That,
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm only interested in my character, so that's it.
Can we talk a bit about your upcoming projects?
Yes, yes. If you're
uh,
asking about Captain Miller, it is going to be a visual treat. It's going to be a great film. The audience is going to see some crazy action. So Miller is not the usual South Indian film. Miller is a Hollywood film. If you've seen the teaser,
mhm,
you would have seen that it is
of course.
different, and it has action which is going to be crazy. The visuals are going to be amazing. The fans are going to love it, and it's a film which is going to break all sort of barriers, and it's going to be a film which is going to be celebrated not just nationally but internationally as well. It's going to be a larger than
Wow,
life film.
wow. I mean, we could see that in the trailer. Uh,
Yeah.
apart from these upcoming projects, is there anything you
Hmm.
would want to reveal
i
here at this moment?
I also have one more project coming called The Village by Milind Rao. It is my second
Of course,
project
yeah.
with Arya, which
It's
is
based on a
coming.
comic book, graphic novel, right?
Correct, correct. Village is an adaptation of the graphic novel The Village. So the Freelancer again is an adaptation of a Ticket to Syria. So there's a lot of similarity in both the things are coming on two different OTTs, and both are adaptation of books as well.
Okay, to finally sum it up, can you tell us a bit about how The Freelancer is different from a lot of other series like that, and why people should watch it?
So yeah, the Freelancer is actually, if I have to sum it up, the Freelancer is going to be uh, a series where the Indian audience is going to see Indian mercenaries. We've always been exposed to the concept of mercenaries through Hollywood films like the A Team or Expendables or Rambo, where we see these tough mercenaries. So in this, we are going to see Indian mercenaries, and who better than to create something like this other than Neeraj Pandey? So, and it's going to be a action-packed, a lot of drama, a lot of action, a very interesting watch it's going to be, and it's coming out on Disney Plus Hotstar. So it's going to be our own Desi version of Extraction, the Expendables, everything put together. And if you've seen the teaser, it's very stylish, it's got a very international touch to it.
Yeah. Did you guys actually like film it across the places that the story takes place in, like Syria?
My portions were shot mainly in Mumbai, but
Mhm.
the series, I think a few of it was shot internationally. I don't know exactly which locations, but my portions all were shot in Mumbai.
And thank you so much for this interview, and all the best for your future projects.
Thank you so much, Prashant. Thank you.